Well, hello, what is it that you want?
Monsieur Chrétien, Monsieur Trudeau is here.
Oh, send him right in. Pierre Trudeau! It is so great to seize you.
Oh, yes, of course it is.
I am so glad, you accept my invitation to celebrating your birthday suit with me.
It's always nice to spend time with friends bearing gifts. You do have gifts?
Hey, does a duck have webbed fingernail?
Well, Jean, you haven't spoken to me in over a year. Are you mad with this former prime minister?
Well, no way, Pierre. I just thought you were dead.
Living in Montreal will do that to you.
You know, Pierre, you look pretty good for an old geezer. How old are you? 19, 95?
I'm 18.
Gee, you better sit down. 80? Oh, that is old. That is real old, So, what does you think about that ancient
Well, I'd rather 80 be my age than my IQ.
I know what you means. Me, I got a couple of guys in cabinets that are not so swift
When I invoked the War Measures Act, why didn't I have the military pick him up?
So, you know, Pierre, you have always been my idol, my hero, next to Mackenzie King and Homer Simpson. As I was always saying to Aline the other day, you got to admiring anybody who went skinny dripping with Leona's Boyd.
How in God's name did you ever become prime minister?
Yeah, I got you a present. It is not much, but you are worth it.
Oh, shares in your golf course.
Me, I cannot use them.
Well, look at the time. It's almost 7:30.
You are not going to leave now.
Just watch me.
Oh, yeah, I got to sing first. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Happy birthday, Sue, to yous. Happy birthday like day to yous for sure and that. Happy birthday now, day, dear incredible old Pierre. Hopes you makes it 281. Okay, and now the cake. Time to pull that jaw blow on the candle
Note to me, next election, vote reform.
I got you on a very special cake. Did you make a wish?
Yes, but it didn't work. You're still here. Class, we are fortunate to have an important visitor. She has stopped at several schools across the country, and today she is here. Class, welcome Canada's Governor General, Madame Adrienne Clarkson.
Hello, hello. No need to bow. I know you're dying to ask me a question, so who has a question for the Governor General? Question? Do you have a question for me? Well, somebody must have a damn question. Yes, you.
Can I get a drink of water?
Good question. You're obviously worried about Canada's fresh water supply, isn't that right?
No, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Does someone else have a question?
Does the Governor General do anything useful?
Good question, you little... Yes, the Governor General is a direct link between the Government of Canada and the Queen of England.
So you're nothing more than a figurehead.
No, that's not quite true.
Can you pass laws or set government policies?
No.
Then what do you do?
Well, I host the occasional luncheon.
So you're a figurehead.
Well, yes, pretty much, yes.
Is it true the Prime Minister has only one oar in the water?
Next question.
Is it true you had to get married to get the job?
I came here so you could bask in my ambiance. I did not expect the Spanish Inquisition. Little punks.
Class, I can't believe what I just witnessed. You have insulted one of the most important people from Ottawa ever to visit Alberta. Class, I'm proud of you.
Me and Harold want to talk about something that's been rising for some time now.
Well, gee, Ernie, I haven't had one of those since 1986.
Harold, I was talking about rising gasoline prices.
Oh, I thought you were talking about homemade bread.
When I heard the government might have a hearing into high gasoline prices, I was going to drive up to Ottawa and give them a good piece of my mind.
Well, why didn't you, Ernie?
Couldn't afford the gas to drive to Ottawa. You know what I think, Harold? I think the government is in bed with the oil companies.
I hope they're practicing safe price fixing.
But the oil companies say there's a good reason for raising prices.
Sure, they're greedy bastards.
That's about it. The point is we're fed up with being gouged by the oil companies.
Yeah, that's the job of the cable TV companies.
Under the bee,
Bingo!
it's Brenda, the bingo lady.
Well, Sid, I feel like a winner. The welfare check came in today. I cashed an early bird ticket, and the beer store still has $3 off a case of 2-4. Life just doesn't get any better. Saw on the TV that British researchers found out that going on a diet makes you forget things. Good. The last thing you want to do is remember English food after eating it. The world's 6 billionth baby was just born in Sarajevo. And the 7 billionth was just conceived in a motel room in Moose Jaw. I heard half the world is now under the age of 25. Oh, what a scary thought. That means there'll be more and more of those annoying Gap commercials.
Under the bee,
9.
That big earthquake in California was something. It was so powerful, half the women in Hollywood woke up to find their breast implants had shifted. Being married to Sydney is a lot like living in a quake-free zone. Not once have I ever felt the earth move. In Quebec, the courts are looking at a prison sentence for that babysitter caught on videotape slapping a kid. As for the babysitter, she wants the tape submitted to the new Fox TV show, Babysitters Caught on Tape Who Need Their Asses Kicked.
under the G, 49.
Oh, yeah. Well, the federal government has been ordered to pay civil servants $5 billion in back wages. The government has agreed. Yeah, I'll bet they try to pay it off with shares in Canadian Airlines. Look, Sid, Mrs. Nelligan isn't wearing a bra again. I see the Pope says if people give up cigarettes for one day, they'll skip purgatory and go directly to paradise. Who'd ever have thought that Catholics would see the day when getting to heaven was easier than getting to a designated smoking area?
Oh, 62.
Bingo!
What?
I got it.
Jeez, I wish I could give these things up.
Do you want to quit smoking? Have you found those other patches just don't work? Then you should try the new Smoke No More patch. It's guaranteed to get you to kick the habit. The Smoke No More patch is fast-acting and effective. And it also works on people who just plain talk too much. And once you're cured and stop smoking, simply remove the Smoke No More patch and throw it away. The Smoke No More patch. And for dieters, try the Eat No More patch.
Ah, Seymour, come in. Now, I've been looking at your file. We took you on as a CBC radio announcer under our program for visible minorities and the challenged. And we've been listening to your on-air work now for... How long have you been with us?
It'll be 6 years next Wednesday.
It seems longer. And frankly, we think it's time that you looked for a career change.
Oh, no, sir. A CBC announcer is what I've always wanted to be since I was an adolescent in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Ah, now I can see your point. But we really must insist on this.
Oh, no, Mr. Solway. I enjoy my profession. It's marvellous. Standing in the studio and realising your words are going from sea unto sea. From come by chance to Squamish. I couldn't do without saying the world at 6. As it happens, cross-country check-up with Rex Murphy.
Yes, well, I'm afraid the CBC Board of Directors are really putting their foot down on this. They want you to take another post. The board wants you for a job no one else will take. President of CBC.
Oh, I'm shocked. I'm speechless.
If only.
Why not pick the usual political non-entity?
Well, we've run out of political non-entities. The Prime Minister made them all immigration judges. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry, Seymour. Mr. Robert Rabinovich has just accepted the presidency of the CBC.
Who? I thought you said they'd run out of political non-entities. So this means I go back to announcing?
Over my dead body. No. I think I might be able to be in a position to offer you the post of, yes, Mr. Rabinovich's spokesperson.
Splendid.
In fact, we've been working on a policy statement for the new president. Ah, yes. Perhaps an audition of how you would read this to the press?
Of course, sir, yes. CBC services diverse sectors of society, and they will assure such sectors secure access to CBC as a means of ensuring their successors their special status.
Perfect. Thanks.
Thank you. Been reading the news? I know. I almost slashed my wrists, too. What a mess. The military have taken over in Pakistan. What do? They've been thrown out of the Commonwealth. Ooh, they'll stop them in their tracks. No more tea with the Queen. People are asking who's in charge, the military or the politicians. Hey, this is Pakistan. Nobody is in charge. Francophone judge in Quebec has struck down the language law. She says signs in Quebec can now be in English. An English-speaking Quebecer said, at last, the sign on my lawn can say what I really want it to say. For sale, moving to Toronto. Yeltsin is going to do commercials for Smirnoff vodka. Stands in front of the camera, falls flat on his face, and a voice says, see, it works. Did you hear in BC, workers in the marijuana harvest, they get $60 an hour? And all they can inhale. And that's without a union. You know their perfect leader? Buzz Hargrove. Do you realize the last 3 premiers of British Columbia had to resign under a cloud? Why don't the voters cut out the middleman and elect the criminal? Then when he's caught, he can say, what do you expect? I'm a crook. I get depressed. I stick a pin in the paper. You find some odd stories. Take Michael Jackson. Got a divorce citing irreconcilable differences. He said, I'm a boy and she's not. According to the International Journal of Clinical Practice, sex is equivalent exercise to a round of golf. Well, I think it's impressive that men can compress into 2 minutes what takes 5 hours on the golf course. There's a drug epidemic in Scotland, but they've got new aversion therapy. They inject heroin into a haggis. After 2 mouthfuls, the addicts throw up and never touch haggis again. Let's face it, I mean, any country that eats ground up sheep's innards has got to wear kilts. Never have time to take down their pants. The courts have ruled that native rights to fish apply to timberland as well. Non-native fishermen have said, okay, they can go into the forest at any time of the year and catch all the lobster they can find. Fergie told a British newspaper she would like to remarry Prince Andrew. She said, I'll never take his ring off my finger. The real reason is she's put on so much weight she can't get the ring off her finger.
CBC Morning with Nancy Wilson.
In other news, there is excitement in the music world. The legendary supergroup Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young plan to reunite and tour again after 25 years of drug rehab. Neil Young and David Crosby join me from the recording studio in New York. Neil Young, what motivated the group to get back together?
Purely for the love of making music, bringing the message of happiness and peace to the planet.
It's all on our new CD. Broke and need the money.
It's got a lot of great tunes.
Do, let's go make some dough. Do, we need some cash. Do, to pay off all our debts. Do, and top up our stash.
Isn't this tour going to be difficult? After all, Graham Nash is in a wheelchair.
A wheelchair? Oh, wow, man, I just thought he got short.
Graham's rocking in his wheelchair.
Hey, man, I think it's like really important to be in good physical shape.
Oh, you work out.
I'm trying to buy a kidney on eBay.
David needs another kidney. He drank so much, now he can't go piddly.
Boys, what do you think of the pop music of today?
Bites, man.
60s was the last great era of music. Like, everybody remembers exactly where they were when Jimi Hendrix died.
Hendrix is dead?
David went and he fried his brain. Sometimes he thinks he's a whooping crane, a big old train, or Saddam Hussein.
Boys, what will your repertoire be like for this tour?
Okay, it's going to be far out, man. We've got some new tunes, and some old tunes, and some new tunes.
Like this one.
My heart's turned inside out.
My girlfriend's gone, and I got gout.
Well, that is different. Now, I understand you're donating some of the tour profits to a good cause.
Right on, man. Part of the proceeds will go to the Let's Keep David Crosby Alive Until the End of the Tour Foundation.
Neil, David, thanks for joining me this morning.
Do, 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 do. Our pleasure, Nancy. Do, 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 do. Let's go smoke some weed.
I'm Nancy Wilson. Catch you later, man.
Oh, hi. I want to talk about that unfortunate man who went in for pectoral implants and ended up with female breasts. It turns out this surgery was performed by someone who wasn't even a licensed doctor, wasn't even a finished veterinarian. Imagine a man being given breasts. Now this poor fellow can't go jogging without fear of putting his eye out. And it takes him as long as his wife to get dressed for a formal evening because it takes him hours to choose between the full-figure Wonder Bra and the lifted separate. The responsibility for this injustice lies squarely with the medical community, whose members are more interested in the wealth of the Dow Jones average than in the health of the average John Doe. Among these doctors, a tummy tuck is commonly referred to as 2 payments on my Porsche 911 with enough left over for a cell phone. The fact this medical travesty happened is deplorable, and to the unfortunate man who received these female breast implants, I can only say, if you'd like to get together for a drink, I'm free Saturday night.